If your hormones feel off after 40 and you're dealing with brain fog, low energy, feeling puffy or moody and waking up in the middle of the night, and you're asking, why is this happening when I'm doing everything right? This video is for you. Aloha there. I'm Darcy Frankel, and I've been practicing Ayurvedic medicine for 32 years with a focus on cleansing and rejuvenation, and running my day spa here on Kauai for 23 years. And one of the most common patterns I see in high functioning women is this. It's not that your body is broken, it's that your system is overloaded. Now, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why off hormones often starts with your liver detoxification pathway, the top 3 symptoms of this exact pattern, as well as 2 bonus confirmation clues that most people miss. And then I'll map out your 4 organs of detoxification, your lymphatic system, the kidneys, the skin, and the liver, so you'll know exactly what to support next. Let's dive in. First, a lot of women are told it's just your hormones, or it's stress, or it's premenopause or perimenopause, or it's your age. But often what's really happening is your body is just trying to process more than it can actually comfortably handle. If your liver detoxification pathway is struggling, you usually don't feel toxic necessarily. You might feel foggy, tired, or perhaps a little hormonally off. And when your liver pathway is overloaded, hormone-related symptoms can often get louder, because your body might be having a hard time clearing things efficiently. Now, cleansing and detoxification is not a trend. It's a 24/7 function of our body, and it works best when our pathways have flow. Now, when detoxification flow is sluggish or backed up, it usually shows up in the 3 big symptom buckets. So your brain, your overall energy, and your sleep. So the first one we'll talk about is brain fog or low mental clarity. This is one of the clearest signals, brain fog, like you can't think clearly, forgetfulness, you go into a room, you forget why you were there, mental fatigue, or feeling a little slow or dull. Here's why. Sometimes things are getting mobilized, toxins are getting mobilized, but not cleared efficiently. Inflammation can turn up the static, and neurotransmitters get thrown off. And here's where people tend to reach for more nootropics or coffee, but the issue is upstream. So the next symptom is fatigue that doesn't match effort. Not just tired, I mean tired but wired. Different crashes, low motivation, because detoxification is energy intensive. And if your body is dealing with this high load plus poor clearance levels, it diverts important resources away from our valuable energy production, including mitochondrial function. Now, it's really hard to have high energy when your body is spending so much energy on cleanup. Number 3, waking up between 2 and 4 a.m. So waking up in the middle of the night, especially around 2 to 4, is considered in traditional systems like Ayurvedic medicine and traditional Chinese medicine. This is liver time. Now, we've observed over time that the early morning hours are a time of deeper internal processing, like cleansing and rejuvenation. What happens is our body is working on digestion and assimilation as well as elimination here. And modern physiology shows us that the different stages of sleep, blood sugar, and cortisol rhythms are also activated at this time. But when the body has this higher toxic load, people often wake up instead of staying in those deep levels of restorative sleep. Think about it. Our body can't recover if it's doing cleanup all night. So what does it look like? It looks like waking up between 1 and 4 a.m. We're alert. We're not groggy. The mind turns on. The thoughts tend to race. It's hard to fall back asleep. So this is dysregulation plus toxic burden, not just liver. Now, here are your 2 bonus confirmation clues. If you have those top 3 clues, you're probably thinking, yep, that's me. But here are 2 bonus confirmation clues that often show up in the same pattern. So the first one is sensitivity. When you feel sensitive to everything, one of the first signs that our resistance drops, or our senses are overloaded, you're sensitive to strong smells in the environment, even aromatherapy could be one of these, or environment, drier emissions or whatever, you get a headache. Even emotional sensitivity, caffeine hits harder and alcohol doesn't feel good because the liver's bogged down. Even supplements might be too much at this juncture. Your system is saying, I'm overloaded. Second clue, then there's the skin, breakouts, congestion, things are just not clearing. This is often a sign that your detoxification pathways are not keeping up. So the body is pushing things out through the skin. The skin becomes the backup exit. Here's what you need to know. These signs are not random. They're a pattern. Your body uses these signs and symptoms. It's the language of the body saying, I'm overwhelmed. I'm not broken. Now, I'll talk about your 4 organs of detoxification. When your system is overloaded, our tolerance goes down. And so our goal is to both reduce the toxic burden while supporting our organs of detoxification so the system can keep up. Yeah. Now, if one pathway gets stuck, symptoms tend to back up. Our toxic burden increases. Think of it like a hose. If it's blocked or crimped, the water doesn't flow. In my serious cleanse method, I teach all about the 4 organs of detoxification or the detoxification pathways, and they all have to work together. They're all connected. It isn't about just one organ. It's about the flow and the communication between them. Now, let's break it down. The liver processes and packages, right? The kidneys, they filter and they flush. The lymphatic moves and drains, and the skin expresses and exits. That's how it works out. Say it with me. Liver processes, kidneys flush, the lymph moves, and the skin expresses. So yes, today we started with the liver because it's often the bottleneck. It's often the one that gets bogged down first, especially when things feel off over 40. But what you need to know is the liver can't finish the job alone. It's part of this 4-pathway flow system, aka the organs of detoxification. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, which pathway is my bottleneck? Don't guess here. These are the important questions that you need to ask yourself. So the liver and kidneys, once the liver packages, you can actually flush it out. Or is my liver bogged down? The kidneys move to the lymphatic system. Now, if you're hydrated, but still puffy, still congested, you want to find out where your lymphatic system is stuck and move it manually. By the way, the lymphatic system is the easiest system in the body to access other than the muscular system. Yeah. So you can manually assess it and move it. And I teach all about that in my cleansing kit. Now, the lymph to the skin, when internal pathways slow down, the body often recruits the skin. When these 4 flow well together, you don't need extreme detox. Your body is designed to cleanse normally. And then you could just do periodic cleanses because let's face it, in this day and age, we're exposed to more toxins than at any time on the planet. And most people try to force detoxification. What actually works is supporting flow. Now, if you want a done-for-you option, my cleansing kit is built all around supporting your 4 organs of detoxification, your liver, kidneys, your skin, and your lymphatic system. So you're not piecing it together alone. The first step in my 5-day serious cleanse is to drink the cleanse tea. It provides targeted botanical support to fortify the liver and the kidneys, which is the body's frontline filtration system. Then you use the exfoliating gloves to gently cleanse your skin while following along with my video tutorial to circulate your lymphatic system. And this is where I teach you really simple movements to support the flow and to help you find out where your lymphatic system might be stuck. Then finally, the Serious Cleanse Body Mask uses potent adsorbent binders to act as a biological magnet, and they draw out impurities in the tissues throughout the skin. Now, each phase of my Serious Cleanse protocol exponentially enhances the next, transforming my 32 years of expertise into a powerful whole body restoration. The key takeaway here is we don't just move toxins around. We ensure they actually exit the building. My Serious Cleanse 5-day cleanse takes 30 minutes each day. And if you want my done for you option with my 32 years of experience in clinical practice of Ayurvedic medicine, as long with my over 2 decades as a spa owner, click the link at the bottom. I've worked diligently to distill my life's work into this kit that's sophisticated in results, yet remarkably easy to execute. There'll be a link below for you. Now, if this all hits home, click subscribe because next I'm going to show you about how eating clean, but you still feel off after 40, the hidden toxins most women miss, and how to start getting your energy and your clarity back without going to extremes. Now, if you want the shortcut, you could take my Assess Your Toxic Burden quiz below. I'll see you there.